Hey, 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 happy Friday. Happy Friday. Come on in. Come on in. It's the last visibility anchor session for this week. Don't worry, we'll be back next week with 5 days of this series, sharing with you 6 visibility anchors. So if you're on live, I would love it if you say, hey. Nice, hold on. That's why. There's a lot happening. The tech is doing the most. My Siri has fired up. It's all go. So hopefully we have resolved that issue. Let me just double check. Guys, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. If you're on, say hi. I'm going to head over to LinkedIn. All right, I can see I'm on. I just want to make sure that I'm not. All right, cool. I wanted to check that we weren't echoing. Guys, welcome in. Let's start again. Welcome in to day 4 of the Visibility Anchor series. We have been journeying together for the past 4 days. I have been sharing anchors for your visibility as an online business owner, as somebody who is leveraging the online space. There are some strategies, some things that you can do to ensure that you are visible in a way that is strategic. Hey Sterling, how's it going? How are you? Good to see you. I actually met I'm doing this wrong. My IG, I'm looking at no, you're on LinkedIn. You're on LinkedIn. Okay, cool. Too many screens, too much going on. But I met a friend of yours at the business show. We got talking, and then it turned out that, he's a good friend of yours. But we'll have that conversation another time. I hope you're doing well, and I hope Haley's recovering well as well. Please do send my regards. But guys, I want to speak to you about the anchor for today. So the anchor for today is all around your lead magnet. Now, I know in particular, and let me know if you have your beverage, right? I've got a hot chocolate because it's just one of those days. It's Friday. So, like, why not? Right. So, lead magnets are a topic that comes up again and again. So, I have a few communities. One is specific for females over the age of 40. Another one that recently launched is for LinkedIn, and the guys are welcome in that one as well. But the conversation of lead magnets is really popular and prevalent. It comes up again and again. So there's obviously like a disconnect or a lack of understanding around the purpose of a lead magnet, where to position it, how to position it. There's a lot that happens. So if this is your first day here, let me know in the comments. Let me know. Just say first day. If you have been rocking with me this week, right? Just say returning. And if you're watching on the replay, drop a hashtag replay. I want to see who is here and who has been here for the long haul, right? And hopefully you'll continue into next week, right? So just by way of a quick heads up, right, we are going to be getting into a little bit. I want to share a little bit about the LinkedIn Strategy Lab. And I position it at this point because I don't want you to feel like I'm pitch slapping you. The reason I'm letting you know that I want to tell you about the LinkedIn Strategy Lab is because all of this visibility work is directly linked to the way that we operate in the lab, right? So the visibility anchors are dotted along our pathway. So our pathway is made up of your profile, your content, your pipeline, and your clients. So all of these anchors, as I say, are dotted along that journey. But I'll get into a little bit more of that. But the reason I'm sharing is because the pricing at the moment is the best price you're going to get it at. There's a Black Friday offer that's available, and you can hop in and access that now. Come December 1st, the price will increase. So if what you're hearing aligns with where you are in business currently, it aligns with what you know you need to resolve, and there's a fit. It's important that there's a fit for you and the goals that you have, then you'll want to hop in, because as I say, it's the best pricing that you're going to get. So let me just see who is on. All right, Sterling, I see you here. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. You have a hot chocolate as well, Denise. Come on. So my husband got me this thing called a velvetizer. So it is the most smoothest, creamiest hot chocolate. Like, your hand could never make it the same way that the velvetizer does. Catherine, good to see you. It's your first time on. All right, guys. So the replays, day one was all around the platform that you're on, right? And being anchored in where you show up. Day two was all about, what was day two? I know day three was about your, oh my gosh, I'm blanking. I am blanking. We have 10. I've got 10 anchors to take you through. Let me just pull up what I took you all through. Right. So day one was about your platform. Day two was about your story, because your signature story is really important, right? A lot of us feel like where we've come from or why we're doing what we're doing isn't important, but it actually is very important. And it's what allows people to connect with you. And then yesterday was all around content, and not content from the perspective that I expected most people thought I would be speaking about, where I'm going to tell you post more, do more, be more. What I was actually encouraging is for you to have a through line with your content that positions you as the thought leader with some intellectual property, that you are building a body of work that you as the expert can point to, that your posts don't feel random and sporadic and all over the place, but rather there's like think of like, I use the analogy of a TV series. The episodes are the individual posts, but there's a storyline that runs through it. And that has to be a part of your content. There has to be a thread that runs through all of your posts. So I say that to say the replays are available, so you can absolutely grab them. They'll be on YouTube or they'll be on LinkedIn, and you can watch the replays. Hey, Chantel, good to see you. Joined yesterday and returning. This is so valuable. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Nzinga, lovely. How are you? First day. Amazing. Check the replays, because they all will stack on each other. So you could just choose one anchor, right? You might decide to start with your signature story. And then what I would encourage you to do is to then move on to content, right? So follow it. Wherever you start, follow the next one, and then go back round to where the ones that you missed, because they all stack on themselves, right? So let me get into it, because I don't want to keep you for long. And yeah, I know what's going to happen. This hot chocolate is just going to end up cold, right? I'm going to be chattering away. It's going to end up cold, right? So let's get into it. We are talking all things lead magnets. And I'll be straight up and honest with you. A lot of people utilize a lead magnet, I think, incorrectly. They spin something up, put something out, and it is not connected to their overall offer. It's not connected to the thing that they want to sell. Your lead magnet is really an entry point. It's the start, the door, the bridge. There's all these different analogies that I could use. And that's exactly what your lead magnet is. And let me even go back a bit, because maybe the term lead magnet, you might be like, what is she on about? What's a lead magnet? So you may have heard it as a freebie, something that somebody can access from you, whether that's a checklist, it could be a webinar, it could be a discount code, a voucher. You are literally giving somebody access to what I call a sliver of the overall cake, right? So whatever it is that you offer, you sell your service, I would say your lead magnet should be connected to that thing and should allow somebody to get a quick win from that freebie. So that is what a lead magnet, I think lead magnet is just a marketing term that is used in the online space, right? So when I said lead magnet, let me know how many of you straight away thought I was going to tell you to go and make a cute PDF or another checklist, another freebie to clog up somebody's inbox. Let me know. Did you think that that's what we were going to be talking about? Because yeah, that's the rhetoric that is quite common and quite prevalent in the online space. But this live is not about that, right? This live isn't about just spinning up and chucking out a freebie, right? It's definitely not about adding more noise to your business or to inboxes, to platforms, because there's a lot of noise currently. That's not what it's about. But a lot of people hear lead magnets and they, again, automatically think it's about growing your email list. And yes, that's an element of a lead magnet, but it's not the real purpose, right? So let me come and see if there are any comments. Let me come and see. So Inzinga has said guilty. And I get it, right? We're often thinking, oh, okay, maybe I'm doing the lead magnet incorrectly. Let me jump on and hear like what the latest, I don't know, checklist template or whatever, right? Let's see this next comment. Denise has said, no clue, here for information. You're in the right place, sis. You are absolutely in the right place. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. Good to see you, sweetheart. And congratulations on being nominated for, is it the Precious Awards? You're a finalist for that. So celebrating you. But yeah, guys, it's not about just having this checklist, this freebie to build your email list. It's an important aspect. Don't hear what I'm not saying. Lead magnets, grow your email list, and that's an important thing for the reasons that I spoke about at an event yesterday. Algorithms change, right? Accounts get shut down, they get hacked. So growing a list is important, right? So let's just get that out there. But your lead magnet, I think, first and foremost, is the first impression that somebody gets of you and your service. And I'm sure you guys have heard, you know, the first impression, you can't make a second first impression. You get one opportunity. So it is that first impression. It's your experience. It's a moment of trust. To me, it's like a doorway into your world, right? That energy of the doorway matters more than people actually realize. We think, oh, just spin up a quick thing and put it up there and people will download it. But what happens is when someone does download something from you, like you have to think, what's the perception that they have of you and your business? What's the level of quality that you're giving? What are they learning about you and your approach or your process or the transformation that you help your clients to get? Just giving somebody a 10-step checklist, you know, it's a nice to do, but does it say enough about you? Does it position you to have a further conversation around your bigger offer? Because that's ultimately what we want to do, right? I think most people create lead magnets that, like, okay, how do I say it? They are not intentional, but they are informational. They're just information based. They're nice to haves, but they're disconnected from their actual paid offers. So whatever it is that you are selling, your signature offer, there should be a direct correlation, a direct connection with the freebie that you're giving. And if you cannot associate the two, then you're missing an opportunity. You're missing an opportunity to convert that person who has downloaded that freebie into a paying client. It doesn't mean that everyone that downloads is going to convert. However, you're missing an opportunity for those that will. So here is what I think is like the big kicker. If your free content has nothing to do with your paid work, yes, you're building visibility, but you're not building momentum, right? Your lead magnet might be visible on all the platforms, but it doesn't help to move your business forward. It doesn't move the needle in your overarching goals, your plans, your vision for your business. So the lead magnet is not just a free gift, it's a positioning tool, right? It helps with clarity. It's the moment that someone decides, you know what, I actually want to learn more from him or her, right? I've had a taste of this slice of the cake and like I want a bit more. I was sharing again at the event that I spoke at. My husband, he's not doing weddings so much now, but when he was doing weddings, we'd exhibit at wedding fairs. And what he would do would be to take bookings for the consultation call. And in that call, you know, he'd say, come, let's just go outside and take like some photos. We'll spend like 10, 15 minutes. I'll edit them and get them over to you. And what he was doing was giving a little bit of try before you buy. So they were getting to work with him in the moment. They were getting to see how they looked with his style of photography. And he had 100% success rate, like literally everyone he had a consultation with and offered those free, like pre-booking shoots, booked. Why was that? Because they got to experience, they got to, as I say, try before they buy. So the lead magnet is the thing that allows the person to decide in that moment, yes, I want to work with you because what you've delivered has potentially got me a win. That's what you want. Your lead magnet should get a quick win. It should be something that somebody could consume in a short period of time. If it is like an ebook or a checklist or whatever, like don't make it too long because people are busy and are unlikely to take action with it. It will sit in their inbox and probably never see the light of day. So you want to make sure that it's short enough, bite-sized enough, consumable enough for them to actually move on and get the result, and then like have that awakening, oh my gosh, this is my girl or this is my guy, right? So let me give you a not so cute example from my journey, right? I've given you a cute example from my husband's, right? But I once created a pretty, what I would call a pretty lead magnet. So it looked amazing, right? The branding was on point. I had great imagery. My fonts were like well paired. Everything was pristine. And low-key, I was proud of it. I was like, yay, this lead magnet is doing bits, right? And yes, it got downloads. It did what I thought I wanted it to do at the time. People downloaded it. The numbers were good. My email list was growing. But the problem was that people were signing up for it, but they weren't the people that I actually wanted to work with. So they were curious. They liked free value. Like, who doesn't like a freebie? And it seems like something of interest. So it's like, meh, why not? I'll give you my email address. Easily done. Right. But they weren't looking for the deeper strategic support that my paid offer is and was built around. And why was that? Because the lead magnet was solving a random problem, right? So it wasn't concentrated on the problem that I wanted to solve, the transformation that I could get. It wasn't focused on like my core body of work, what I was talking about. So what happened was that they weren't being prepared for the next step to work with me. It was just nice. It was a nice downloadable. It was a nice document. So I ended up, yes, with more subscribers. My email list grew. There were more people for me to email, but there were no clients, right? There were no people that were ready to say yes. And then it just hit me that it was really an error on my part because the lead magnet wasn't aligned to my paid offer, right? And when that happens, it doesn't just underperform. What happens is that it consumes your time, because I spent forever and a day creating this thing in Canva, right? Tweaking and changing and doing all the things. It consumes your energy because I need to do the legwork to get it out, to share it, to let people know about it. But also it starts to knock your confidence. You start to think, it's me. I'm the problem. There's something here because it hasn't got the results that I wanted. It hasn't converted to the clients that the gurus told me if I put this ebook up and out, I'd be overloaded with clients. That didn't happen. It didn't happen. Let me know if you guys can resonate. Let me know if you guys can resonate. So yeah, let's come back and have a look at the chat because I'm doing a lot of talking and I secretly want to have a sip of my hot chocolate. All right. Okay, so we're congratulating Lisa. I don't know. Oh, Lisa, congratulations. I was like, I don't know who Lisa is. Yes, Lisa, congratulations, sweetheart. I'm believing for a victory for you, for sure. Right, let me know, drop in the chat, I'll come back. Let me know if this resonates, if what I'm saying like makes sense to you. Who is this at my door while I am live? Let me look.
Someone is at the front door.
Guys, we're live. This is real life. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Are you still there? Forgive me or forgive my daughter. Her and these packages. Oh my gosh. I said to her, I feel as though I am her hired help. Like literally, she orders probably 3 or 4 things to come per day. And then they've got to do this whole let's take a photo thing. I'm like, guys, speed this up, speed this up. I'm on live. Let me know if you guys are still on. Or if you just like, hey, this girl is wasting my time. She's gone to open her door. But I'm going to continue. All right. So I can see Lisa says, I'm nervous. I'm about to put out an ebook. Why are you nervous, Lisa? Let me know. Let me know what is the thing that is causing you to feel anxious about the lead magnet? Is it connected to what you're wanting to sell? Does it connect to your core offer, your signature offer? Let me know. You said, I'm using it to introduce my audience to my experience of using herbs as a complement to my skincare. Right. So with that, I would hope that in your ebook, right, there's mention of your skincare. It's not just mention of the herbs, but there's a connection. There's a signposting to direct them, to let them know, to even show how, maybe you've incorporated herbs into the skincare. That we know what the bigger picture is and what the goal is, what you're trying to achieve. So it's like a child who doesn't like taking their medicine. We have to be the one to kind of spoon feed them and move them along the journey. You said it's also pretty but a little long. Yeah, that can be one of the sticking points, that somebody will download it, but because of the length, they won't get the result because of the length, right? And what often happens is we put the next steps towards the end of the lead magnet, right? So if they, I don't know why I'm looking over here, because IG is here, but the camera is here. Shalina, get your life together, right? But because we put the next steps towards the end of the document, they never get that far, right? If you're doing a masterclass, we wait until the end to talk about the offer. They may have dropped off by then. So we have to think of like the sequencing, the timing of where you position the pivot, the next step, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. All right. So Nzinga has said, yeah, loads of lead magnets leading to everywhere but my offer. Oh my goodness. It's a common problem. It's a common phenomenon. Let's call it that rather than a problem. It is very common that we want to give value. We're just like, let us help, let us give. And we think just by virtue of that giving, it's going to convert. My experience and the experience of my clients is that it does not, right? We have to almost reverse engineer, start with the end in mind, and then create your lead magnet. Often people start with the lead magnet and there's no connection now to their offer, or they create it and they've never even looked back at it. It just sits on their email marketing tool and is going out. And it's like, well, your offer has moved on now. You're not even, maybe what you were talking about in that lead magnet is not even slightly connected to what you are offering now. Hey, Lisa. Good to see you. Thank you so much for jumping on and for joining. We are speaking all things lead magnets, and how your lead magnet really should be that entry point to your signature offers, your bigger offer, as opposed to just a pretty nice to have, right? So what happens is, as I've said, you will call in the wrong people and then complain that the lead magnet didn't work. But what happens is that the lead magnet, you're working with the wrong people and you're directing them in the wrong direction. So like it's never going to work how you perceived it in your mind. It's not going to happen. And the real risk is that when your lead magnet isn't aligned with your paid work, what you'd start to do is you train people to see you as the free value person, right? I remember my friend, okay, let's just say a friend of a friend, right, was talking to a guy and had him saved as free Chinese in her phone, right? But only one day, this guy needed to find his phone and asked her to ring the phone, and it came up with free Chinese. Right? So we don't want to be the free Chinese girl or guy, but that's what happens, right? When we're just giving all this value and it doesn't lead anywhere. It doesn't lead to the paid offer, the paid work, the deeper work, the work that gets the transformation. You just become the free value person, not the mentor, not the strategist, not the expert, not the trusted guide, right, that people actually invest into. So your lead magnet should look good. It should be professionally done, but that's not the be all and end all. It should be the first step into the real work that you do with clients. So I really hope that this is hitting home. I hope that this is making sense, right? And as I like to give a little mic drop, let me do my mic drop here. Your lead magnet is the preview of the transformation, right? You help people to create. So you need to make it intentional. It needs to be aligned. It needs to matter. It's not just oh yeah, go through these 5 steps and tick these check boxes. What then? Like what happens next? I've said a lot. I have said a lot. I'm keen to hear, like, what are your thoughts on lead magnets? How have you been using them inside of the LinkedIn Strategy Lab? You'll be supported with creating your lead magnets, right? The one that positions you clearly on LinkedIn. And really, these principles work across platforms. So, whatever you learn within the LinkedIn Strategy Lab can be applied across the other platforms that you're utilizing, right? But they should be connecting with your signature offer. If I have not made that clear, like, they should connect with your signature offer and they become part of your visibility routine. So this whole series is about your visibility anchors, and your lead magnet is a part of that visibility process, rhythm, whatever you want to call it. So instead of you like making something that's forgettable, right, your thing now becomes uber valuable, and the person who has accessed it cannot wait to take the next step, right? So I'm coming down, I'm wrapping up. But as I do want to leave you with this question, right? Let me ask you, is your lead magnet building a bridge to your paid offer, or is it a dead end? Like, where are the people that access your lead magnet being directed to? And Nzinga said, like, it was directing them everywhere but to her paid work. So, sis, you've already done the work, right? But if you haven't asked yourself that question, think about your current lead magnet. Is it a bridge or is it a dead end? Where is it leading somebody? And if it is a dead end, that is your cue, right? To redesign what you have into that bridge, something that softly leads people into the real work that you do. So I'm wrapping up. As I said, you can scan, well, I didn't say, you can scan the QR code to get more details about the LinkedIn Strategy Lab. If it resonates, if it's something that you need to incorporate into your business, then check it out. As I said, it's the best pricing that you're going to get, because come December, the price will go up to the full price. So we're in that Black Friday window. Doors opened recently. We have about 37 members in there currently, mostly women, but the fellas are absolutely welcome too, right? So it is a brand new space, and we are gearing up together, right, to build rhythms and resources, structure, to really help you with your visibility on LinkedIn in the new year. I'm keen to hear your takeaways from this session. Really keen to hear your thoughts. I'm back on Monday with the 5th day of this series and the 5th anchor. And day 5 will be all around deeper visibility. And we're going to be talking specifically about authority anchors, right? So that is anchor number 5. Authority anchors. So let me know, what were your takeaways? What were your like moments? I'm keen to hear if you are going to do anything different off the back of hearing what I've shared. That would be awesome. I'm seeing a mic drop. All right, over on here it was a really tiny emoji. A mic drop. Yeah, literally. That's what I wanted to do. So Lisa over on IG said, yes, a bridge. Amazing. So good. I've just made some tweaks to my messaging around my lead magnet. Yeah, make the change to the messaging, but also review the lead magnet through like almost external eyes. Like, would I know what's available? What is the next step for me? Now I've accessed this ebook, right? I should now want to go further and go deeper, because you've exposed that there's a bigger problem. This lead magnet is not going to fix the whole thing. It's not going to put the world to rights. So thank you so much for jumping on. Lisa said, Shalina, you make it make sense. Bless you. This has been fun. I'm looking forward to a rest over the weekend, actually. I come up with these ideas and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm committed, and I am. But yeah, it gets a bit tiring. So I will be back on Monday. We'll be talking about your authority anchor. Leonora, hey sis, I didn't see, did I say hi to you at the beginning? I can't remember if I saw you on. You're going to definitely review. Yeah, amazing. Take some time and maybe even share it with somebody else. Share it with a trusted friend advisor to look at it and give you some feedback. Hey, Grace, how are you? Good to see you. I hope you and family are doing well. Guys, let me let you go. I've got a call with a community member in half an hour, so I want to get ready for that. But thank you so much. Go back, watch the replays of day 1 to 3. They're available either on YouTube or on LinkedIn. You can check them out. Yeah, good to see you as well, sis. But yeah, let me let you go and give you back your Friday afternoon. Take care. I will see you on Monday. Come back and look out for when I post it, because I'm scheduling them in like a just in time fashion. So I'm looking at my day and deciding where is a good time for me to stop, have a break. I haven't got very far with my velvetized hot chocolate, so I'm going to have to warm that up again. You just got on. Don't worry. The replay will be available. But yeah, guys, take care. I'll keep you here if you don't. Okay, so someone else has just said something. LinkedIn user just caught the last few minutes. Amina, is that you? It's so funny. So after I came off the live yesterday, I realized what was happening. So if it is Aminette, you came in and it was showing as LinkedIn user. So then I think you added your name to the first message. So I knew it was you. But then when you were commenting after, it was just showing LinkedIn user. So I was so confused. I was like, who is LinkedIn user talking to somebody else? It was all very confusing. And with that, I'm going to wait for LinkedIn user to let me know who they are. And then I'm going to wrap this bad boy up. IG, like next time, I'm going to go live across all the platforms, but yeah, feel free to come over to YouTube or to LinkedIn, and then I can bring your comments up on screen and you can feel like part of the club. All right, guys, LinkedIn user is not declaring who they are, which is fine. I'm glad that you jumped on and caught the last few minutes, and I'm going to wrap